Hello, Wrestling Universe. My name is Dheeraj, and you are watching Wrestleology. This is a highlight and recap video of this week's Monday Night Raw. And if you're new on our channel, don't forget to subscribe our channel so that you can get our videos on time as we bring such videos each and every week. The Seth Rollins heel turn that has been teased for weeks came full circle on Monday night's edition of WWE Raw, with Rollins officially aligning himself with AOP. That wasn't the only big news coming out of the go-home show of WWE's final pay-per-view of 2019, however. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, again the victims of brutal attacks by the Kabuki Warriors, will challenge the women's tag team champs in a tables, ladders and chairs match Sunday at the TLC event. Both matches are trying to wrap up some extended storylines that have played out on Raw, which continues to differentiate itself from SmackDown on Friday nights. Let us take a look at how the action went down in Raw's go-home show ahead of TLC. The show opened with a table in the center of the ring and Jerry Lawler ready to proceed over the official termination of the marriage of Rusev and Lana. Lana told Rusev she wanted him to know she used to love him, even with the WWE Universe hated him. She then said Rusev's fame and success went to his head and made him another celebrity statistic. Before signing the divorce papers, Rusev had only one demand: a match with Bobby Lashley. Lashley entered and announced his intentions to marry Lana at the completion of the divorce, something Rusev claimed to be perfectly happy with. Lashley, of course, attacked Rusev, smashing him into the ringside barricade repeatedly. Rusev turned the tables, however, eventually putting Lashley through the table which had been set up in the ring, with a belly-to-belly suplex. It was later announced the two would meet in a tables match at TLC. Drew McIntyre defeated Matt Hardy via pinfall after a Claymore kick. McIntyre took shots at Hardy's new child and his past poor life choices. McIntyre gave Hardy the opportunity to leave rather than have the match, leading Hardy to immediately go on to the attack. An overly emotional Hardy eventually fell victim to the future shock DDT and the Claymore kick for the finish. WWE Raw Tag Team Championship. The Viking Raiders defeated Street Profits via pinfall to retain the titles. The Viking Raiders issued a challenge to any team willing to face them for the Raw Tag Team Championships, a challenge accepted by the Street Profits, who quickly took the initiative and almost scored a pinfall victory just moments into the match. The teams traded respectful forearm smashes after the match, and as Seth Rollins' music hit. Following the match between the Viking Raiders and Street Profits, Rollins hit the ring and offered the teams to stay in the ring to hear what he had to say, which all four men declined. Rollins said he wanted to settle things with the AOP, challenging them to a match before Owens walked to the ring. Owens said he knows they are not in the building and told Rollins to let him know when they were coming so he could be the victim of a 3-on-1 attack, which Rollins denied was the plan as AOP arrived in a car backstage. Rollins said the only way to prove to Owens that he was not in the league with AOP was for him to leave, which he did before AOP were shown on the Tron. Owens continued his hunt for AOP, eventually busting up their van in the backstage area before being jumped from behind by the team, who slammed the door into his head. Seth Rollins then emerged from the van, confirming himself as in league with AOP. He hit a curb stomp on the concrete before the three walked off together. After the commercial break, Rollins re-entered the arena to explain the crowd had turned on him despite doing everything right, not taking nights off and always laying it all on the line for the fans. Now sick of the disrespect, Rollins said he was telling the truth last week when he claimed to not to be working with AOP, because the fans jumped to Owens' side on the claims, and again earlier in the evening when he still said they weren't working together, the fan negativity became a self-fulfilling prophecy, turning him to stand with the AOP. Aleister Black defeated Akira Tozawa via pinfall after Black Mass. This was a hard-hitting match that could have been a great TV match given more time. The highlight was a Black jumping off knee to the face of Tozawa as the Japanese star attempted a suicide dive. That was the beginning of the end for Tozawa as a black mass finished him off. Humberto Carrillo defeated Andrade via pinfall with a roll-up. Carrillo was being interviewed backstage when he was confronted by Andrade, who shot him while yelling in Spanish, leading to a match after the commercial break. Andrade lost for the first time since coming to Raw in an absolutely fantastic match between the two men who have incredible chemistry together. After the match, Andrade and Zelina Vega argued in the ring due to his collision with her, leading out to the pinfall. If there is one thing you go out of your way to see from this edition of Raw, make it this match. Buddy Murphy defeated Zack Ryder via pinfall with Murphy's Law. Murphy got a fairly quick win to match Black's earlier win as they head toward a newly announced showdown at TLC. Once again, Eric Rowan defeated a local talent. I don't think anybody needs the proper description of this match, so let us move to the next segment. WWE United States Championship. Rey Mysterio defeated AJ Styles via pinfall to retain the title with an inside cradle. Styles cut a backstage promo with the OC, calling them the best tag team in the world and promising he would regain the United States title while his brothers would eventually come for the tag belts held by the Viking Raiders. They also threatened to end Randy Orton's career should he involve himself in their business again. It took very little time in the match before Gallows and Anderson came to ringside, Gallows eventually putting himself in harm's way to prevent Mysterio from hitting the 619. The interference brought out Orton to lay out the OC on the outside, distracting Styles and allowing Mysterio to get the small package win for the victory. So this is all for today's Raw recap. If you like this video, click on the like button. If you dislike this video, click on the dislike button, and do tell me in the comments how do you rate this week's Monday Night Raw. Thank you for watching. Signing off, Dheeraj.